What's up guys, and your Baena here, and it is that time of the month. It is time for Baena's Best Bands. If you're new to this channel, basically at the end of every month I give you guys a playlist of bands and songs that I have been listening to and that I think you might like as well. If you're a Spotify user, I also make a Spotify playlist where I constantly am updating with the new music that I'll be featuring in this video, so if you're a Spotify user, definitely go follow that playlist. It will be linked in the description below as well as the pinned comment. There was so much good music released this month that it was honestly really hard to narrow it down to a few selections, so I added a bunch of that playlist and I'll be talking about a bunch of them in today's video. So much good new music to talk about, let's get into it. The first song I want to talk about is called That YouTube Song by Ola England. Gotta give a huge shout out to Ola England. This is his first ever solo album. He's of course another very well-known YouTuber who does some amazing gear reviews and songs and all that good stuff. He also plays guitar in the Feared and the Haunted. Got the mixed up on those two names, but yeah, so this is his first ever solo EP and it has been very successful for him, very happy for him. I got to meet him back in January and he's just an amazing guy who deserves all the success that he has earned for himself, and his solo album is pretty damn good if I do say so myself. It is an instrumental album, obviously more focused on guitar, so if that sounds like something that's appealing to you, definitely go check it out. So here's a little clip of what That YouTube Song by Ola England sounds like. Next up, I want to give a shout out to a local band from my area, which is of course Vancouver, British Columbia. This band is called Bastion. They've just released a self-titled EP. They haven't been around too long. I've been kind of keeping an eye on them since I first heard their first single a few months ago, I think, maybe a year ago. But yeah, so their guitarist, whose name is Ty Kingston, used to be in another local band called Take the Earth Beneath Us, and they were like the first ever local band that I ever kind of fell in love with, I guess, in my area. And back in the day when Galactic Pegasus was starting out, we played so many shows with Take the Earth Beneath Us, and yeah, it's really cool to see Ty moving on to another new band. So this band is called Bastion, as I said earlier, and this song in particular is called A Story Worth Telling. Here is a clip of what that sounds like. Next up is a band that I've already talked about. They're called Dealer. They're from Australia, so again, obviously you know they're going to be good. They've only released 2 songs so far. This is the second one, but I am super excited to hear the full EP. If you've heard of a band called Alpha Wolf, this is their ex-vocalist, and it's also the bassist of Northlane, or ex-bassist of Northlane, and I think the drummer is from like Capture the Crown or something like that. I never was into those guys, but that's what I've been told. So yeah, kind of a combination of a lot of different Australian musicians to make a very heavy hardcore sound, and I'm a huge fan of it. Absolutely love the 2 songs that Dealer has put out so far. The newest one is called Grotesque, and here is how it sounds. Up next, speaking of Alpha Wolf, this is a new Alpha Wolf song. Now, it's kind of ironic that I'm putting these two beside each other because if you read the lyrics to the Dealer songs and the Alpha Wolf songs, you can tell that they're not on good terms and they kind of got a little bit of beef with each other, or maybe that's just my interpretation, I don't know, but maybe that's what's making their music so good, is that little feud between them. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm just looking too far into things, but regardless, Alpha Wolf also released a new song called Sub-Zero that is also fantastic. I've been listening to Alpha Wolf since I've discovered them last year from their 2017 album, and this new song is just really fucking cool. So here is a clip of what Sub-Zero sounds like.
I am a fucking wolf! Don't stop you like me.
The next band is a band called Extortionist. I believe they're from Washington. I've heard of them so many times over the past few years and just never really got around to checking them out, or I think I had checked them out in the past, but it wasn't really my thing. But their newest album just came out, which is called Sever the Cord, and I thought it was really cool. It's definitely a very like gloomy, hardcore, heavy hardcore kind of vibe, kind of like, I don't know, I would maybe say it's kind of similar to like Traitors, if you know who that band is. So as I said, they just released an album which is called Sever the Cord, and I'm going to show you guys a clip of what one of their songs sounds like, and that song is called Chokehold. Here's how it sounds.
Piece of fight! Get up! Get up! Watch every step! Dissect everyone that is.
The next band I want to talk about is another big shout out because these guys are called Red-Handed Denial. Their vocalist is Lauren Babick, and if you've been following my channel for a while, you've definitely seen that I've done quite a few covers with Lauren, and I got to meet her back in January at NAMM. She's amazing, she's an amazing vocalist and an awesome person. I'm really happy to see all of her projects succeeding so well. She's also the vocalist of a band called Crazy 88, which also has Jared Alonji in it. And yeah, she's just been amazing. All the other guys in Red-Handed Denial are awesome too. I've gotten to talk with Chris and Alexi especially the most. Through fast guitars, basically. I've been talking with Chris every once in a while because he plays a fast guitar, and then Alexi, I've done one cover with him in the past, and yeah, he's just a super friendly guy. Really like all those guys. Really happy that this album is working out so well for them. If you like Protest the Hero, that's kind of the band that personally I think they sound the most like, and Protest the Hero is one of my favorite bands of all time, so of course I'm really digging what Red-Handed Denial is doing on this album. This song is called Empire, and of course I picked this one because of that awesome whammy riff. Here's how it sounds. The next band I want to talk about is Arrival of Autumn. I've talked about them in the past. We did a few shows with them back in August, I think, with Galactic Pegasus. We played at Calgary and Metal Fest in Alberta. Yeah, they're super nice guys. Had a really good time getting to know them on that little tour, and then I saw them again in Vancouver when they were here last time. But that's besides the point. Their music is really cool. They're very excited about it. They signed to Nuclear Blast Records, which is pretty uncommon for a band from Canada to be signed to a label like that, or at least maybe that's ignorant of me to say, but I don't personally know any other bands around the area that are signed to Nuclear Blast, so it's a pretty huge opportunity for them, and they've been working on this album for a very, very long time, so I'm glad that they finally got to release it. Yeah, their album is called Harbinger, and this song is called The Horror. I picked this one because I remember seeing them play live, and this was always the one that stuck out to me. I think this might be the same one I played in a past episode, but they've re-recorded it, and it sounds, in my opinion, a lot better now that it's on this album than the previous demo version sounded. So yeah, this song is called The Horror, the band is called Arrival of Autumn, and here's how it sounds. So those are all the clips that I wanted to show off in this video. However, I do have two more quick shoutouts, but I'm not going to play their music because you already know who they are. The first one is Whitechapel. They released their brand new album, The Valley, this past Friday, and it is really, really good. I know this is kind of a divisive album because some people don't like it because it has clean singing. I think it's really good. I kind of lost interest in Whitechapel after, I think, like their self-titled-ish era. Kind of fell off for me a little bit, but Whitechapel was basically one of the main reasons why I started playing a 7-string guitar back in like 2008 or 2009 when I first heard This Is Exile. So I'm glad that they're still killing it, and this album is just a really good like evolution of their sound. It still has super heavy, brutal deathcore parts, but they also have these really nice melodic additions that they never used to have, and I think it works really well with their more mature sound, basically. The other band I want to mention is Periphery. Obviously, everyone knows who Periphery is. They are releasing a new album this Friday. However, they just quote-unquote leaked their own album today, and I just took a listen to it like 10 minutes ago, just finished it up, and it is amazing. I haven't had enough time to like pick a favorite song just yet, so maybe I'll talk about them again in my April video. Go listen to Periphery's new album. You know it's gonna be good. It's fucking Periphery. Obviously it's good. So anyways, that's all for this month's video. Once again, hopefully you guys find some new bands to check out through these videos. As always, leave some comments below letting me know what bands you think I should check out. If you think I'll like them, I'm always open to trying out new music and always looking for new suggestions. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Really hope that you find some new music, and I'll see you guys next time.